In this tutorial we're going to be replacing the weapon sounds of a simple weapon. So they are based on the scripts here in the My Mod Classes folder, and we're going to be taking the this weapon, making a copy of it, so just copy, paste, and then we're going to rename it, keeping that UT weapon prefix, and we're going to call it VT, Video Tutorial One Shot. Now all the weapons have two scripts. They have this weapon class and then an attachment, and some of the sound cues are referred to by one of them and by the other. So we're gonna find that pistol surface types and create a copy of that one as well, and rename it VT One Shot. That's the attachment. Now before we do anything else, we need to make sure that these refer to their new names and to each other. So we're going to double click, and that opens it in WordPad or Notepad. So you can see here this is referring to the old name, so we'll update that. VT One Shot. I'm just going to copy that because I'll be using it a few times. So there's the VT One Shot, and we also need to say the attachment class is no longer the old name, but it is now also called attachment VT One Shot. We save that, and we do the same with the attachment. We make sure that it's referring to itself and to the correct weapon class, like so. Now you can see in here in the attachment, this is where the impact sounds are dealt with, and we'll come on and look at them in a moment. First of all, we're going to swap out the weapon firing sound, and you can see in this script we've got weapon firing sound and it refers to a sound cue. So this is the sound cue we want it to use now. So we right click and we copy its full name to clipboard. So then we can go back here and simply replace that with our new sound cue. So make sure that they're saved. Now we're going to have to build those scripts, so we'll need to exit UDK, open up the front end. Now this may look a little different on your version, but essentially it's the compile scripts or make scripts button we want, and what we're hoping for is success, which means that all the scripts have been compiled successfully. And there it is. So now we can open up UDK again. So we're back in our exercise level, and you can see we've got a weapons locker in the corner of the room. Press F4 to open up that properties, and we create a new weapon slot. And now you can see that the scripts have compiled successfully, so we've got our weapon available here to choose. And so if we start off and wander over there, got our new weapon and our new weapon sound. Now the other thing you'll notice if we pull these targets a bit nearer is that we don't actually have an impact sound for that weapon. Now this works in just the same way as the footsteps that we've looked at in a previous tutorial, in that the material for this, so we find this material in the content browser, needs to refer to a physical material that then the script uses to reference the correct sound cue. At the moment there's no physical materials in there. This is obviously a metallic surface, so we're going to go and search for types, and we'll choose physical materials, find the metal one and add that to that material. And we'll do the same, so right click, find the material in the content browser, edit it, empty physical material at the moment, we'll find the wooden one, there, we add it. Now if we go into the physical material itself, we'll see its name, which is wood, and the metal one is called metal. So that's what we need the script to refer to. So when the weapon impacts on that, and these are dealt with in the attachment. So we'll replace this with, you can see the sound cues already are using one of the GAT collision ones, so we might as well just stick with them. You can swap these out with any sound cue of your own, obviously, by doing the same thing we did earlier, which was copying the full name. Let's just remind ourselves of that. So we've got a sound cue here. If we right click and we say copy full name to clipboard, then you can come here and replace the sound cue. For the moment we'll just use the existing sound cue. So we'll say when the gunshot hits the surface type metal, play that sound cue, and when it hits surface type of wood, play the other one. You can create your own physical materials and reference whatever sound cues you like. So have a look again at the footsteps tutorial, and obviously in the book if you need a reminder of how to do all that. So we'll want to then go and just save that package, and then we'll need to close down UDK again because we're going to be rebuilding those scripts. So we'll open the front end, remake, and then once again we pray for success. There we go. So now our materials are referring to physical materials, and our script is able to recognize those physical materials and reference a sound cue. When we start it up, we can go and pick up our weapon, and we'll just pull them slightly closer. You can hear we've got wooden impact sounds there, and metal impact sounds there. So it's all in the scripts here, and you can take, there's lots of different types of weapon with the game audio tutorial level itself, and you can experiment with creating your own weapon sounds just by swapping out those references to the sound cues. And if you want ricochet or impact sounds, then make sure that the things you're firing at reference a physical material, and then in the attachment of your weapon that physical material is pointing towards the sound cue you want to hear.